Hey guys, welcome back to the Weekly Coder. I'm Chris, and this week we're going to continue on with our Frogger game just as we normally do. We are going to do something cool. But isn't every week something cool? Well, what are we doing this week? What are we going to do? We're going to make it so that Frogger can actually win. So, let's run through this really quick. We've got Frogger, we've got traffic, we've got logs, we've got turtles. And here, whoop, we died. Okay, we've got lives, we've got a timer, and we have a spot that we can go to win, but nothing happens here, and we can totally die if we go outside of our safe spot. So, what we're going to want to do here is we want to make it so that whatever spot we're on, that spot now is going to house a trophy, and it's going to make it so that we can't go into that spot again. Good enough? Alright, let's see what we're working with. I forgot if we actually already have... Oh, God. Log small. Alright, safe zone. Nice. Okay, so the safe spots are actually individual objects. That makes things like so much simpler. Alright. Let's go to our graphics folder, and I have an asset prepared for you guys. It's called Trophy. Alright, so we need to set our pixels per unit to 16 on this guy, and we also need to change to point no filter for our filter mode, and click apply. And then to make things simple, do we want that to be a thing? You know what would have been easier is if we would have created a safe zone image with the trophy superimposed on it, and would have called that trophy, and then all we would have had to do was when the frog lands on the safe zone, it would then swap out the sprite for that, so we wouldn't have to actually instantiate a whole other game object. Now we do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this out, and you kind of see how this is going to go. We're going to just, whenever the Frogger gets to the safe zone, we need to set the order and layer here to something high, 50. We're going to set the X and Y of the trophy to be the same X and Y as the safe zone, so it'll be in the middle. And then we are going to reset Frogger to his home position without losing a life, because he's obviously safe. So, the trophy is probably going to need a script. A script, maybe, or not. No. We'll put the script in the... We'll put the script in the safe zone object, game object that we already have, and then we'll just put a boolean that says, hey, trophy obtained, yes or no. Yes, then the frog can no longer go there, and no, the frog can go there and a trophy needs to be put. Okay, so this trophy is literally just that. It's a game object that we're going to now turn into a prefab, just like so. And now we're going to delete that from the hierarchy. Okay. So, let's look at our scripts. We've got car, collidable object. I'm guessing, yeah. Alright, so collidable object is safe. Alright, so I'm opening that up. Yep, Visual Studio is opening. All right. Oh, so I found out something today that I'm actually kind of upset about. Because I was actually looking forward to this. But apparently, Apple announced that they are going to cancel the AirPower. I don't know how many of you know what the AirPower is, but the AirPower was supposed to be a pad that you could lay all of your wireless Apple devices onto to charge them simultaneously while also charging them efficiently. So the AirPower would efficiently charge the devices based on, you know, which needed power, which didn't need power, that sort of thing. But they just decided they're going to cancel it. So yeah, thanks Apple, thanks for that. Now I still want the wireless charging case for the AirPods because that'll be cool. That'll make things a little easier. I hate plugging things in. The Apple Watch already charges wirelessly, the iPhone 10, so all of my devices will be wireless, but there won't be an AirPower. Great. Okay, enough of that rant. So let's continue on, but first, an announcement. Check out my wife's YouTube channel because it's cool, Donibus Maximus, even though I don't think she uploaded a video in the last 2 weeks. So she's been slacking. So maybe if you guys subscribe and kind of give her a push and say, hey, when's the next video coming? That'd be great. Don't forget to check out Code Scruffs, which is equally as awesome. We upload videos 3 times a week there, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And that's just some fun coding humor for you guys to enjoy. Hopefully you like that. And don't forget to subscribe at the end of this video. And if you want, you can go ahead and like this video now because you know it's going to be awesome. And, you know, if at the end you don't find that you liked it, at least, you know, you can still dislike it, and that's cool too. Either way, and don't forget to check out my Patreon because, you know, I got to make money somehow doing this because YouTube really isn't paying me a whole lot. What else? I think that's it. Oh yeah, we got to do the tutorial. Okay, so I thought I was at the end already, but not. Look at all these updates that Visual Studio wants me to do. I bet one of these updates is going to break it. So how about we just take this and click the close button for now. Alright, so we've got is safe, is colliding. If it's a safe object, forgot what those are called. So these are called home bays. So we're just going to say public bool is home bay. So it's safe, yes. Is it home bay? Yes. Okay. And if it is, let's go ahead and put that down here. Public bool is occupied. Now we're going to set that equal to false. Yeah. Alright. You know, the proper way to do this is probably to give it its own script anyways. We should have probably made a home bay script and attached that to it because this is literally just, is this a collider? Is this a collidable object? Man, do I really want to do this? What did we do for the turtle? Why did we check to see if this is a turtle? I don't know, man. I don't care. Yeah, you guys can do whatever you want. I'm just going to leave this in here because I really just don't want to create another script right now. So, because the thing is really nothing, it's not going to do anything. Our frog script is going to do all of the checking. It's going to say, hey, is this a home bay? Yes, it is. Okay, is it occupied? No. Okay, do this. Oh, it is occupied? Okay, let's do this instead. So, the home bay really isn't going to do anything at all. So now that we have this script, let's go ahead and go into I was going to say YouTube. My God. We're going to go into Unity. Oh, and by the way, Unity now has the unity.com domain name. It used to be unity3d.com, but now Unity is just Unity. And that was a long time coming, right? We're all waiting for that. So, Unity, we need to go into our safe zones. And just for the hell of it, I'm going to rename these to Home Bay 1. I'm going to just Home Bay underscore 1, Home Bay underscore 2, Home Bay underscore 3, home bay underscore 4, home bay underscore 5. All right. Okay. So now that we've got that, we can check, we can select all of these home bays, and we can say is home bay. All right. So they're safe and they are home bays. So now in our player script, check collisions. If is safe true, if collidable object is log, if collidable object is turtle. If collidable object dot is home bay, we're in a home bay, then we instantiate a prefab. So game object, nope, we don't even need to do that. We just call, we're going to cast a game object to the instantiate method. And we're going to instantiate using the object prefab. All right, so we're going to do resources, nope, prefabs. What? Where did I put that? Is it in the prefabs folder? All right, prefabs, and it's called trophy. All right, you guys remember that. All right, so prefabs and trophy, and then instantiate prefabs trophy, so parent vector 3 position. Original position, original transform, instantiate. Oh shit, okay. Sorry. Instantiate resources to load, and then here we load the prefabs and trophy, and then we have to do type of and passing game object to that, and then we give it the position, which is going to be the position of the collidable object. So we'll do collidable object dot transform dot local position, and then we just need to pass in the rotation, and that'll just be quaternion dot identity, and that should be that. And we have an issue. Okay. Game object equals. Local or what? A local or perimeter name code cannot be declared in this scope because the name is used in an enclosing local scope. Alrighty then. Let's call this trophy. Are you happy now? Good. Alright, so this line of code, let's examine it for a second. We are calling the instantiate method. We are casting a game object to instantiate because we're telling it that we want to instantiate a game object, even though we pass in the type of value here, but that's only for resources.load. For when we're loading resources, okay, we're telling it here is the resource we want to load, which is the trophy, and then we're telling it what kind of resource it is, okay? And this part of the parameter, the parameter that goes into this instantiate method, this first parameter here, it wants a game object. So we're telling it this is the type of game object that we're going to load. That's this prefab, right? So then all we're doing here is the collidable object that we're colliding with, of course, which would be the home bay. We're going to get its position, and we're going to assign that to the position of our trophy. And then we are going to just set a quaternion.identity for the rotation, which basically just gives it normal rotation. And that is that. And then what we need to do is we need to reset Frogger's position to, so we do transform.local position. Actually, let's just call our method reset position. And reset position, really all it does is it updates the player lives, which is fine. We can call that, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be the same. We are setting the local position, and then we're setting the position to up, which really doesn't matter either, because the only way we can get to a safe spot is by pressing the up button. So we reset our position here, and the other thing we want to do is we want to set the space as being occupied. So we do collidable object dot transform dot get component collidable object. No, collidable object is already the component. Damn. Collidable object dot occupied is occupied equals true. Right. If collidable object that is occupied, if it's not occupied, then we do this. Oops. If it's not occupied, we do this. But in either case, we reset the position. Right? You guys are following me here, right? So if the space is not currently occupied, we create a trophy game object, right, by instantiating it using this long ass line right here. We then set its property, the collidable object property, to true, right, because we already have a trophy here now. And then outside of the if statement, we reset the position. Now let's say this if statement is true and there's already something occupied. We still reset the position of the frog. And that's really all there is to it. So this video is probably way longer than it should have been for something so simple. So there's literally 2 lines of 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 if you count the extra white space, lines of code, 10, 11, 12. So 12 lines of code, 11 lines of code. I can make that shorter if you guys want, but it'll be less readable. So we've got these lines of code here. Save that. We've got the collidable object, and all we did here is we added these 2 variables. We went into here, we renamed all of these home bays to actual home bay 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we just went in and said that they are home bays, so our frog knows that they are. And that should do it. Let's try. Well, and if at first we don't succeed, we shall try again. Whoa, that was creepy. Whoosh, whoosh. Obviously, something isn't working. Whoa! The object you want to instantiate is null. Well, that does it. Why is it null? Prefabs. Trophy. What's going on here? Why is the object we want to instantiate null? Why is that? Let's have a look. Something's going on. Instantiate. I mean, what could it possibly be? Prefabs trophy. How about that? Alright, so let this be a lesson to you. They have to be in the resources folder. Because only the resources are actually compiled into the game. All right, so oh man, I'm gonna have to explain this to you in a second if I haven't explained this already, or if you don't already know it. It gets kind of complicated. Don't mess with me. I just want to get to my home. Alright, and look, we're back at the bottom where we should be. Alright, let's not waste any time. Oh, time! Damn, we gotta change that. Aha, yeah, because our timer is running out, but it shouldn't be. Okay, so in the script, let's go in here. We want to reset the timer. So what I'll do is I'll make a method. Reset timer. And this is why it's good to have multiple methods, right? Because that way you could just call a method. I mean, it's easier and more clean. Like the code is cleaner when you actually call the method. All right, so we're gonna do reset timer. And we're also going to do one for the health. So void decrease health. Alright, and that's just health minus equals 1. And we're going to call decrease health. Okay. So now all of these are in methods. So now we can just simply from up here, we can, I think that we should only decrease or reset the timer if he actually went into a space that wasn't occupied. So if he goes into a space that is occupied, then he gets reset back to the beginning, but the timer doesn't reset. So it'll make the game more challenging. Alright, so let's test that out, and then I'm going to cover the resources folder. Aw, man, if we get there, then we can figure out if it works or not. Boom, boom, and boom. Alright, and the timer reset just like it should. That's not going to keep me from dying. Oh god. Alright. You know, I think one thing that we ought to do as well, but this is kind of tied in more to a game over, is to get rid of all the frigging frogs. God. All the trophies. They need to disappear if there's a game over for Frogger. Alright, so let's see if these, yep, these green ones work. Okay, good. Alright, so just really quick. The resources folder. All right, so all of these folder on these assets right here, these are available to you during the time that you're building your game. So these are things that are available to you that you can drag into the hierarchy. So normally, the only thing that gets compiled in your executable for your game when you run Unity, like when you're exporting your game, all the stuff that gets compiled to be in that executable is going to live in your hierarchy. So it's going to live in your assets. So your scene that you create and everything that's in the hierarchy under the scene is going to be compiled as part of that. So these folders they're not included in that. But what is included is anything that's put into the resources folder. So like your prefabs, if you need to instantiate those prefabs when you run your executable, you need to make sure that those are in a resources folder, because the resources is automatically picked up by Unity as a folder that are things that your game needs to run. So anything that you want available to your game that's not right in your hierarchy, you want to add that in the resources folder so that you can also always load it from there. All right. So hopefully that makes sense to you. Other than that, I'm gonna say let's kill this episode here, and we'll pick up with the next episode, doing maybe some sounds or something, something fun. We also need to we need to work on like the opening screen, like you know, how the game starts, which is really just how the game looks right now, but with music starting or something. We'll figure it out. Anyways, we're getting really, really close, or closer, I should say, to a game that is fully functional and fun to play. So, that means that we're going to get to the end of the game soon, which also means that we're going to start a new tutorial. And I already have one picked out for you guys. I hope you like it. A lot of you also want me to continue the Mario tutorial, and I have a surprise there too. One thing that I'm going to do, and it probably is going to, I don't know, not make a lot of folks very happy, but I've decided to give that tutorial a complete overhaul and start over from scratch, because there are so many things that I did in that tutorial that I just did not like. Plus, with the new tile map features that Unity now has, it's going to add a lot of things that we couldn't do before, or that we could do before but were just so laborious that they just didn't feel, you know, fun. So with the tile map, it's going to be much better. You'll see. You'll like it. You will like it. So until then, if you liked the video, thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down. Subscribe. Click the bell for notifications. We're getting close to 3,000 subscribers, which is super cool. Maybe we'll have a party at 5,000. I'll do something really, really awesome, like release 1,000 videos at once. Not happening unless they're all 1 second long. I'll just put a whole bunch of clips on YouTube. 1 second clips. It'll be the new thing. What can you do in 1 second? Anyways, so that's it. Check out the other channels, Donibus Maximus, Code Scruffs, and don't forget my Patreon. I certainly won't. If there's anything else you guys need, want, ask questions, comments go down below. Yep, that's it. Signing off. See you guys next week.